Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four Foulmouth supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands. Good evening.
Rudy, before you really interrupted me,
Hi.
you know who hasn't scored yet for his team?
George?
Ola Kamara.
Oh, he don't care. He's making Chinese money. You
I know, but I'm just saying, And you know what? He shows up to his games, not like George.
I scored though.
No, that's not accurate.
Hey,
No.
Angel scores too, though. Angel scores too.
I do. Bangers.
scored
I'm my
his
own
own team,
keeper.
though.
Yeah, that's cool. They bangers. And I show up to play.
How are you guys today?
Angel's mad at the wrong things.
I'm not mad today.
He's over here
You
talking
know
about
what?
how he's
Hold on.
happy. You're just giving out your
I want to... All right, you know what? Let me start the show right quick. Because I know you guys like when I start.
Ten-
Very first thing,
10
very
hours
first thing that I
later.
want to say. Very first thing I want to say is big as fuck shout out to my boy Masa. Dog Masa, I love you. I love you so much. He came on he came on Sunday to play with us with Eddie and Brian's team over the Nag News with their team, because I'm playing with them on Sunday mornings now. Masa came through. The only through ball he got, I guess you say, like, he chipped it over the goalie on some beautiful shit, like legit. I was like, oh, like I came all over myself. That shit was beautiful. But in addition to Masa being top notch, I also want to give a big ass fuck shout out to Brian over at Nag News, because man, like, when he plays, I get so turned on. He's like, Masa, tell him about Brian.
That's some legit shit, dog. Like,
Yeah.
not
What does
to
he
sound
play?
Like a hater, he plays CDM.
Okay.
Not to be like on some hating shit, but he don't look like he could ball out like that, you know? Like,
Yeah,
he
like,
doesn't.
see him walk. I'm like, damn, like, is he
Yeah,
any
like,
good? You know, he's
Yeah,
like George. Like,
y'all
you see
fucking
George
idiots,
walk, and you
man.
see George
Yeah.
gonna be good, right? But then you see him play, and George is trash.
Yeah,
But Brian's the other way around. Like, you see Brian walk around, like, damn, this dude play soccer, and then you watch him play, like, damn, shit. You know, I'm gonna hire him. Well, you know what, George, you should hire him. No, never mind. I'm not gonna get there. But
Yeah, you
point
got a
is, he
big ass
stops
mouth for someone that
he's-
sucks.
stops everything. Bitch, they call me Cannavaro for a reason.
No, they don't. Nobody calls you that. Nobody calls you
I
that.
think-
Who the fuck calls you
You
that?
wanna
Nobody
bet?
calls you
You wanna
that.
bet? You wanna bet? Masa, let him know.
I think you heard.
Uh,
I think what they're saying is
confirm
my shit
more
on
than
them.
that. My shit on.
Yeah, not kind of.
All right,
No.
all right, man.
No, see, that's where you're wrong, because you don't
This
even
is
know
why
if
we
you,
don't
if
let
you
you
would
start shit.
if
This
you
is why
would
we don't
show
let
up
you
to the
talk.
games, if
This
you
is why
would
we
show
don't
up
let
to
you
the
talk.
games, if you would show up to the games, you will know what we talking about.
This is why we
We
don't
don't-
let you talk. This
Just
is
to
a
be fair
Galaxy
though,
podcast.
I came out of retirement for one game. I scored a goal, and I'm retired again.
So verga, though.
That's it.
So
Respect.
verga.
Did you wear number 26?
Huh?
Like, Masa, you're
Did you
like,
wear-
if I never tell you I love you, just know I love you. Not everybody else, but you, I love you.
Thank you.
All right,
Love
y'all.
you too.
So, it's Straight from the Stands, at LA Galaxy podcast, where we talk about LA Galaxy.
Listen, it's for the fans.
All right, they're interested, I'm sure. So, we have any news before we get into the bullshit ass game? No.
I still can't believe it's not butter.
Okay.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
yesterday we played against the worst team in MLS. A team a team who was a loss away from being the worst team in the history
Fuck,
of the
man.
MLS.
You're not making this any easier to talk
Okay.
about when it gets to that.
I'm not even
Um,
gonna talk about none of this shit.
at home, and I don't know how to say this, but we fucking blew it. We fucking blew it. We played Colorado yesterday at home, and we fucking blew it. Like, I have no words. It's kind of hard for me to talk about this because I have no idea what the fuck happened. But let me get started. But at least let's talk about the lineup. We started with Bingham in the back, Felcher out right, Sterios and Gonzalez, Pipo Gonzalez in the middle, and then we have Polenta on the left. In front of him was the midfield. Our midfield with Corona, Dos Santos, Leggett, Boateng, Antuna, and Favio Alvarez. Favio Alvarez got to start too.
Oh man, hold on. So really quick, someone, Sergio Hernandez, we lost to the Cleveland Browns of soccer. Let Get this straight. We lost to the Cleveland Browns of soccer from everything from 2 years ago and back.
Yeah.
Not last
Not
year
last year.
and not
Yeah.
the current Cleveland
Yeah.
Browns, because last year's Cleveland Browns
All
and
right.
The last time.
current Cleveland. All right, so
Not
but
football.
I
Not
get the
football.
reference.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
what you mean though.
I
I
think we
get
all
what
did.
you
I
mean
think
though.
we all did. Come on.
But let's stay with the times here, people.
All right. So we had Alvarez start. We had Polenta left. What do you guys think when you seen the lineup? I know you, George and Massa were like didn't even realize that Polenta was left for a bit, right?
Nah,
Because it's
when
surprise.
I, yeah, when I first had the lineup, I kind of had to look back and I was like, oh shit, never mind, it's Polenta. I
Yeah, I thought
honestly,
Polenta was benched.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh wait, no, he's out left. And I was like,
Mhm.
fuck.
Yeah.
And then I saw Boateng and I was like, this lineup is trash already. Just by him
Dog,
being
100%. I wasn't even
Well,
with you guys, but I already knew we were set up for failure from the beginning.
I can't confirm or deny, but someone told me, and I quote, "We're about to flex on Colorado with the lineup we put out." And I spoke to that person,
Who?
at the tailgate, and I was like, "Dog, are you serious?" He's like, "Watch, watch."
This sounds like Osman.
That's close.
Uh,
Doesn't have any hair.
hmm. Okay.
Um.
But yeah,
Oh, Malter.
yeah, so that's the impression that this lineup gave to some people.
How'd you guys feel about it?
I
Honestly-
at first I thought it was okay, and then I saw Boateng and I was like, nah, this lineup is kind of trash.
I agree.
Especially because we went 4-4-2, or that's what supposedly that's what we were playing, but
I
apparently
don't even know.
we were playing 4-4-1-1. I don't know. I
Maybe.
just didn't like. I just didn't like that Boateng was starting, and I didn't like that Polenta was out left. Like,
Yeah. Angel, your thoughts on night lineup when you first saw it?
I knew we were set up for failure from the beginning.
Why?
A Boateng,
Boateng?
with Boateng in there is just look. I said this. I don't know if it was last episode or episode before that. Back line doesn't no concerns. Like I mean, sure, depending on. I was surprised that Planta was playing that left back row and that we didn't see Shelvick in there and that we still saw Steres. But the back line to me was not going to be a concern. Like I don't care who played there. Everyone's been playing fine so far, with the exception of, what's his name?
Traore.
Didi. Yeah, Didi. For sure his first game was good, but since then he's just gone down. But other than that, you talk about everybody else. I'm okay. Defensively, yes, it's not what I expected, but that was not the concern for me. Concern for me was definitely going to be in that attack and with Emma. I mean, man, dude, really?
Yeah.
I'm really mad. God damn it.
So one, I thought it was weird to see Polenta left. But I guess if you don't want to move your three best defenders, you kind of adjust that. So I was like, okay, cool. But then I didn't get the attacking from three. At least the way they were displayed, it felt kind of weird to me. Like, one, I agree with you guys when it comes to Boateng. I was like, why him? I don't know. Like I couldn't see where the goals were gonna come from when I saw a lineup.
On that note, I thought that we put a lot of pressure on Alvarez because I think he was the only creative person, and I've never seen him play live. Or I just seen highlights, and I was like, we're putting on a lot on him for the offense to run smoothly. If we were trying to play through balls, if we try to get creative, but we'll get into the game, and that wasn't the case. Yeah.
So hold on. So let's get into the game. So the lineups are out, and I see him. I'm not really feeling Boateng. I'm kind of iffy about how we lined up because of Polenta. I love him as a defender. I really didn't see him how he's gonna push up the wings like we have been. So I was kind of iffy about that. But the game kicks off, and pretty early on, we took control of it, right? And it seemed like we were gonna get something going quick, right? I know Favio had a shot maybe 6 minutes in or something like that. I'm not sure. I forget the time, but he got a shot 6 minutes in, straight at Howard, but it was a shot. And I was like, okay, cool.
Off a cross, right?
Was it off cross? It might have been off cross.
Yeah, where he chested down and went.
Yeah.
Just took a shot.
That one. So I was okay, cool. We're seeing them be aggressive and we're seeing them take shots off the cool. That's them. But that's about the clearest in the first half that we had.
No, we had a couple more.
No, we had a couple. Emma
Clear?
had his.
Yeah, we had the Corona ball to Felcher where he
Yeah.
headed it to, but I mean, instead of putting it back into the middle, he headed that shit towards Tim Howard. And then we had the other one where the ball goes through from the left side into the 18, and I think Antuna slides and tries to slide for it, and he just misses it. We had like 3-4 chances in the first half.
Okay, so let me fix my statement. That was as clear as it got versus what Colorado had, because Colorado had the clearest chances in the first half.
Yeah, the 1v1.
The 1v1, and I think they had another one too. I was seeing it. So here's my big problem. We
That
have
we lost.
but we have nobody. Nobody created. We didn't create anything.
With the lineup that we had, I really thought we were gonna send through balls left and right. This is with Antuna up top, Emma having that speed. I don't under there.
We
I don't get it.
We created nothing, and we copped out with these whack ass crosses. Like those crosses are cop outs. They're not even
100%.
intended. They're not even intended to find somebody. They're just a cop out. Like, you know what I mean? I have no idea what else to do, so I'm gonna cross the ball in, and hope Emma could
And
jump
he fucking
7 feet
crossed
high.
it low, man, like a low-driven cross to
No,
make it
no,
dangerous.
that-
you know,
that- that
None of
wouldn't-
happen.
Fuck.
That
None of
wouldn't
that happened.
that wouldn't tell them to be creative, right? Those crosses are a cop out. They are a demonstration of their lack of skill when it comes to the end of the field. Like, listen, you're crossing the ball to Emma, who's like 4'11", and you're sending it maybe 7 feet in the air.
We
When
played
he
as
has
if Zlatan was in the fucking box. We played as if he still was on that field.
Exactly. That's what bugged the shit out of me the most.
And I don't
That
get
doesn't
it.
seem- Like, yeah. Look, if you're gonna do that, then revert to the same lineup that that one of us had suggested last week. The only difference is that you have, instead of having Antuna play forward, you let Pontius play forward and let Antuna play right, because at least Pontius can win aerial balls. He's not gonna win them all, but he can contest them and he can win some. I'm saying if you're gonna play that, right, the same Zlatan style that we've been playing, it doesn't make sense to me. Like
Same.
like
Listen,
does it?
listen. I was legit raging in my bed when I was watching the game. I mean, I was yelling. I was throwing my control everywhere because it's so frustrating. Like, Antuna. Let's talk about Antuna for a bit. My man can
He
burn
was not-
people.
he-
My man can burn people, but has no fucking idea what to do.
Question for the first 20 minutes, me and Masa kind of talked to each other and we're like, "Yo, he has been gone from the first half." Personally, I think the first half of the first half, I didn't see much of him, if anything. Just the pressuring when it came to that. But I think that comes off of not playing to our talent right now. We have a fast motherfucker play through balls. And I think he disappeared just because of the style of play that we were playing, and it was crossing the ball in. But that's accurate. When he gets the ball, he was getting in positions where, one, you couldn't do anything, or two, you had to play the ball back.
No,
No,
go for it.
Well, so, it's crazy to me, and is it because I'm also looking at the live chat right now, and I've seen social media, and it goes back to me. This is another GPS error. It's so obvious. Everyone's noticing this. Like, why is Emma getting crossed into? Like, why is he the one there, the target man? Why are we playing these crosses? I don't understand how you as a coach don't see this.
Okay,
And
so I agree, right? But
Yeah.
who else is attacking the who else is attacking the area to fight for those crosses? Like, who else is making those late runs?
I just told you what would have made more sense if you're gonna do that.
Okay, cool. Listen, but in the field, the players we have in the field, who else is attacking those crosses? Who else is even challenging for those crosses if it wasn't Emma? Can you guys recall? Like, which one of our midfields were coming in late?
Oh, nobody.
You know what I mean? Who?
If anything,
It-
Favio was at the top of the key, but it wasn't even an option to look that way.
And the thing is, like after the first 100, you realize that you guys are crossing the ball, right? Like, that's all we're gonna do. So at that point, maybe you think, hey, maybe I should go further in the area and try to challenge for those crosses that they're eventually gonna send, because that's all we're fucking doing, right? Like, that shit bugs me too, because nobody fucking decides to fucking go in there and challenge that. We all just kind of like, oh, look, Antuna made a run again, and he's gonna cross it. I'm just gonna stay back here and watch it happen. While Well, Booty Tang fucking is jumping like a fucking ragdoll from left to right. Like, come on, man.
And
Like,
how
you know
many
what I mean?
crosses? How many crosses
We're trash.
did Howard get in midair? Just that he really wasn't contested. He just came out like what, like nothing. I mean,
Mostly all of them.
that's a really good goalkeeper that you're giving those crosses to. At least give him something. Again, broken record, low or driven or something. Mid body range. Where it's uncomfortable for everyone involved, even for our strikers. Just something that's a
How
a
about
bad bounce for them, and it's an own goal.
how,
And
how,
to
Something.
Cheyenne's point,
how about
point in the chat, Cheyenne says I was watching our warm up and every shot went a mile over. That shit was bad. I never really
Oh
noticed like our
yeah,
warm ups.
dog.
Everything
Uh,
was hitting the scoreboard up top basically.
listen?
Yeah, it
And
was,
and
dude. It
these
was
are
so
shots
bad.
in the box.
It was so bad. Like,
So-
I was telling George, this shit's gonna be a bad game. Just watching this shit.
Angel's
Yeah,
talking.
it's rarely enough.
Angel's talking about like the crosses, right? So just to bring it back to that, Angel's talking about these crosses, how they all come in the same way. You know what the biggest problem too is? Like they have no intention, right?
Oh,
Like,
it's a
you,
cop
like,
out.
you,
It's a
you,
cop out. Like,
you're
you
not
got it.
you're not crossing to find the runner coming in. You're crossing it because you hit inline. You have nothing else to do. So like to your point, like these crosses should be coming in differently, but they're not really intending to do anything but get rid of the ball and put it in the middle. You know what I mean? And that's so fucking frustrating. Corona, Leggett, and even Favio never turned around and looked at goal when they got the ball in the middle. Right? They got the ball and they either passed the to the side laterally or right back. Never.
See, you can't get Favio shit though.
I'm giving
I mean,
everybody
it's
shit.
certain things.
I'm giving everybody
It's
shit.
his first game.
I'm
No, it's his first game.
I'm gonna give everybody shit because, like I said, I'm not asking him to go messy and take 8 players on, but turn the face goal and see what's in front of you. Right? Sebastian Leggett, my fucking God, please do that once, because once he gets the ball, he's running either to east side or straight back. Never turn around.
Like, that was this one play with Leggett where Rolf was making a run forward, and he had the space to play Rolf forward, and he plays back to people, and he had no pressure. Rolf had no pressure, and it was like, dog, why'd you go back?
Yeah,
If
that doesn't make
Rolf was
sense to me,
already
man.
Bruce is commenting right now. 38 crosses this game, 29% accuracy.
Jesus fuck, man.
Look, I always talk about, I prefer eyeball tests, and to me some stats are very stupid, right? Like when they rate players higher, like you get credit for a pass back that goes to your stat sheet, right, in terms of accuracy. But we're talking about a cross, that's not on the offensive end. That's not like a defensive thing, like say Steres passing right back to Polenta and Polenta backing back to him, and of course that's gonna help your stat sheet. Yeah, your accuracy could be 100, but if it was all basic shit, that's stupid to me. But in the offensive half, that's a statistic that makes, at least it makes you be like, oh shit, for real? That's on the offensive half. You're giving crosses in the offensive half. 38 crosses and 29% accuracy. Come on.
That's less than a third of your crosses.
Come on.
Less than a third of your crosses were on point. Listen, I'll say it again. It's a fucking cop out. Those crosses are not intended to do anything but being a cop out and say, hey, I got rid of the ball. I tried something. We really didn't. You just kind of, put your hands up, say, hey, not me.
So can I ask you something?
Yeah, go for it.
How do we move on from this? Like right now, and not for the sake of our conversation, because we've been
we've just been ranting.
and we've talked. I get the ranting. I mean, shit, I get it, 100% ranting, right? But right now, for the sake of our conversation, where do we go next, right? Because we've talked about the crossing thing for a while now.
Okay.
This is not the first time that we've had this argument, and right now it's just even more apparent. It's not even hey, we're playing Zlatan ball. Like, no, that's the only ball that we know how to play apparently.
Yeah.
Zlatan's not even there, and this is the same thing that we're doing.
Yep.
So this automatically, to me, that conversation that we always keep bringing up, Minnesota United and how we looked at game because Zlatan was there. Well, that's officially out the window.
Yep.
That's officially out the window.
Yep. Listen, and then so a few things got answered. You guys just want to run through this game real quick? Like, not really conversation, just kind of because it's shit. Like the first half is pretty much a mirror image of the second half, where we didn't create anything, and we gave Colorado chances to fucking score. And listen, we're almost close to getting away with that. We almost got a draw out of this game. We should have lost because they had shit ton of clear opportunities, right? Given Polenta's shot that hit the post, that scramble in the box in the first half where Emma was involved and they had to clear off the line. Maybe a few other ones that were somewhat close.
Well,
we really didn't go for it.
Yeah, a little positivity.
Yeah,
Defensively, I think our defense was fine. Our
Listen,
keeper was
yep,
fine. I mean,
You think so?
arguable decision.
I
Arguable
don't think
decision.
so.
I think it's an arguable decision
I
on
don't think so.
on
On
the
the goal?
goal. Sure, on the way he came out, fine. But where's the rest of the team on the follow up?
100%. So here,
It
I'll say
hasn't been the first
So
follow-up goal that's been happening to us too, though.
recently, right?
Yeah,
Recently,
recently.
that's been a thing. But so what I was trying to say is like, or what I'm gonna say is, even the chances that the Colorado had is not necessarily on the defense 100%. It's just like the rest of the team kind of gave up on a lot of these, and kind of just other than Kamara's header that kind of Kamara's header that hit the post and went sideways, which
well,
he
and
just
remember he also Kamara ended up alone on Bingham's left hand side one time
wide
where he
open.
could have wide open and he had the whole angle. He just
He's
guided.
trash. He's trash.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is we were lucky up to where we got scored on. We were lucky to be 0-0 because they should have scored at least one of those with the chances they had. They didn't, and we played with fire for too long. At one point, like especially on TV, you could see that when we were attacking, there was only Steris and people in the back. The rest of the guys everybody was up. You know what I mean? So we gambled and we lost, right? Me and Vegas.
That's so accurate.
we
That's so
gambled and we
accurate.
lost.
True.
So yeah, man. Listen, we ended up we take an L, and I think an L that we deserved because we didn't do shit, and we were almost lucky to get away with a draw, which is totally fucking. It shouldn't be that way, but it is what it is. So let's talk about why that happens. Let's talk about what the fuck, who are we really this season or up to right now?
Well,
Go for it.
other than the fact that offensively, yeah, we were lacking something, and sure, defensively, we still conceded a goal. I think Massa was the one that mentioned this, or who predicted a scoreline with Colorado scoring? So one of you guys did. Who was that? Was it Massa? Yeah,
Just
and
at 3-2.
and it was accurate because
Yes,
they look for all of their woes that they've had this entire season. Colorado's finding ways to score. Defensively has been their problem. I don't know if the acquisition of Bubakar is gonna make that's his name, right? If that's gonna make
Close to
yeah,
that.
if that's if that's gonna make a huge impact to your team, it could be. I mean, sometimes when you have a very solid defensive back, just one might make a huge difference. So look, I'm not trying to defend our team and saying, hey, well, Colorado's gonna be a better team. That's not what I'm saying at all. Is we only let them score one goal when they've conceded. Usually, they tend to score more than one goal per game, right? So
Ah,
even with their chances, where they have, we still technically were in that game. If we can just figure out our shit offensively, we would have been in a different place. If we would have had some legitimate offense where we looked fluid and we would have had some chances, maybe we could have scored a goal or two and we would have won this game.
I
We have a
personally
completely
think
different conversation.
100%. I personally think the lack of our creativity, like to Rudy's point, when we were attacking, we only had two defensive people back, and the lack of creativity. When they catch us on a counterattack, they catch us everyone forward. So obviously they're gonna get that. So I agree when our midfield is all committed. We're committed for nothing. Our commitment is to pass the ball out wide, put it in the middle, and hopefully something bounces our way for us to go.
So here, let me ask something. We all thought we were gonna win this game. Actually, we all thought we were gonna win every
Yeah.
single game we lost. Are we overconfident in our team right now?
One, I never think that you're supposed to say we lose, but when it comes to that, I do. No, I still think the games that we've played, there haven't been to the point where as one-sided to where you could say, you know what, we deserve to lose that because they outplayed us.
Listen. I'll say we deserve to lose this game.
Not because we got
Nah,
outplayed,
I don't know
because
if I
we're
agree with you there
stupid.
though. I
Not-
think because we were stupid.
I don't
Agree
know.
with
Not
you.
'cause we got outplayed.
We could disagree.
Well, fine.
We
You know
could
what?
disagree.
Yeah,
We
you know
could
what?
disagree.
Fine.
But
And the one comment that Rudy said right now that's actually fact to me is that we deserve to lose regardless, right? Regardless of how it was deserved or not. Yeah, I think we should have lost. Fuck it, just because of the stupidity, the fact that this happened against Colorado.
yeah, and that's my thing. Like, look, one, we're blaming being tired for the last 3 games. That's at the fucking door. We're in a bad place right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No more being tired because you had a fucking week off, right? With no
We're
Zlatan,
fucked
which is
again.
fine. Whatever, but you fucking had a week off, so you don't tell me you're tired anymore, right? We're in a bad place. As a team, we're in a bad place. 2, I honestly think we that run we had where we went undefeated for 7 games or whatever the fuck it was led us to believe something that it's not really who we are right now. I don't think I don't think we're and let's argue, right? Because this is my point, and if you guys don't agree with it, 100% cool. I don't think our team is set up. Like we don't have GBS's pieces, and I know we said this before. We don't have GBS pieces at all, and that's really taking a toll on this team because we end up playing the only thing they've been able to figure out, which is Zlatan, but even when Zlatan is not there. I think, like, honestly, so last week we said, hey, are we panicking? And we all said, nah, we'll figure it out. I think we should be a little concerned right now because this is not a good look.
I believe we should be concerned, but I don't think the fact that we don't have GBS's pieces should make it this evident. Regardless, these motherfuckers are still professional soccer players. If you tell them to pass the ball, pass the ball. So regardless of not of what we have the pieces, sure, the fluidity changes when we have the right player in. We've seen it in a lot of cases, especially with our back line. But that still doesn't knock the fact that we have professional soccer players out there that get paid to play the sport. When we ask you to do a center, when we ask you to do these things, you're supposed to be doing them. And if not, then you might not have it cut out to be a Galaxy player or
Well,
a player.
a lot of
Huh?
them, well, I don't know if a lot of them. That's probably an overstatement, but Emma Boateng has no reason being in this team right now.
I don't think Rolf Felcher has a reason to be on this team right now either.
I could disagree with that.
Okay, but we're
disagree
talking
with
the
that.
way that GBS wants to play.
But see, I honestly think, like again, right? We were playing with two center backs, and that's not because we're all out attack. It's because GBS wants his wings to press up high.
No, but I think Rolf right now belongs on this team, but I'm gonna back up George right now because if Rolf has to play GBS ball dog, those fucking crosses have to be better. And I'm not talking about the ones in the air. I'm talking about the low driven crosses.
The low during crosses, yeah.
Dog, he had like two chances where he should have made a better pass
Yes,
in the
first half,
half.
especially. Yep.
And it's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? You got space, you got time. Why'd you make that fucked up ass cross? Like, why'd you put that ball there?
Because
bro?
he
Like,
never looked
fuck,
up.
man.
Because he never looks up. He never
You know
looked up.
what I'm gonna agree with George's comment is that he has no place in this team. Yes, for how GBS wants to play offensively, with the way he wants to do offensively, because exactly what Masa said right now. It's you're in that position. You're in a great position. You're in a great position, and you do something like that. That's, but you're also asking a defender to do something of that's might be more. He's probably more accustomed to just clearing the ball, right? Because defensively, I think he's been fine. I think he's been fine. I don't think he's, at least when he's in that position defensively, of course he's gonna get caught off sometimes because he's not fast. But if you're playing that wing back role,
So
And
gonna happen. So and that's
and I'm
like that's what I'm saying. I agree with George for the sake of, yes, GPS wants a certain type of wing back. Sure, offensively, Felsh doesn't have that. But if we're gonna talk about defensively, which remember, this was the old administration that brought him in essentially, right?
Yep.
Or at least the old people calling the shots.
Mhm.
They were thinking, I'm sure, a different playing style. So that
Question
style,
for-
sure, he probably makes sense. But for what GPS wants to do, I don't think it does.
before
Question
we
for
move
the
on,
group
I'm
then.
gonna call out GBS right now though. He needs to fucking man up and make that decision of you either start Stairs or you start fucking Giancarlo, bro.
Hold on. But before we get that question to the, because on the whole Rolf thing, defensively he's good. Is there much of a difference when we put in Araujo defensively than when we put in Felcher?
I like Araujo, and I think Araujo.
No,
no,
is there much of a difference defensively?
I don't think so.
Physicality, I
then-
think so,
then-
yes.
Okay, physicality, yes, but I say if that's
But that's a
all
better
that,
attribute defensively, though.
okay,
Yeah.
but if we haven't seen much of a tank, and we know that Araujo plays better push forward, then I say start Araujo.
But here's what I don't know about that. I think you want to bring Araujo up as well because he's only 17 years old, and I think he's gonna be here around for a long time.
That's true. Yeah, okay.
So you know what I mean, like I want to see him play. I don't know if he's like, first person on the sheet, right? He's not the first person you think of when you're starting. He's good. I think he has a lot of talent going forward too. I think he's fast enough. He's defensively smart enough. He's gonna fuck up though because he's 17 years old, right? Like, and that's cool. He's getting his time. He's getting his minutes in. Again though, like that's somebody maybe we'll see next year, the year after that, like really be predominant in the team. Right now, I think he's gonna be what it is. So you have what you have, and that's what we're showing right now. You know what I mean? Masa, go ahead and your critique on GBS.
I think GBS needs to fucking have some fucking huevos and make that call, bro. You gonna start Steris or Giancarlo? Because that Polenta shit on the left back was fucking retarded to me. Like legit. Like why was Polenta at left back? We had no speed going forward. Polenta is better pushing up through the
To
middle,
the
dog.
middle.
You cut off his whole left side because he's at baseline. He's not gonna outrun anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna his overlaps are not gonna be fast. Why do that shit? You either as of right now, like I like Giancarlo from what I've seen, but I mean you're not benching fucking Stairs.
I'm about to say that. So
Captain
keep
Stairs.
so keep people. And after watching him get the armband, dog, there's no way Stairs is getting benched anytime soon.
so
So
So-
fucking pull that, make that call, be a fucking man, be like, hey man, we brought you in because we thought this fool was gonna eventually fuck up, and he hasn't. So you're gonna
That's
ride the
accurate,
bench.
It's
You're
accurate
gonna
as
ride
fuck.
the fucking bench right now.
Man of the
Like,
match.
listen,
Like,
You either start Shelvick or you take a risk with Traore again. Like make
Man.
that fucking call,
And-
especially against Colorado, bro. What the fuck?
and you know what? I'm gonna go back and say the only positive thing I've seen from the Colorado game is still Stairs. Stairs is a
I got
fucking.
two. I think Bingham kept us in the game a
Bingham
lot
Stairs.
longer than we should have, and Daniel Stairs. And
Yeah.
Angel, don't make that dumbass face, bro. Bingham has some dope ass fucking.
I
saves,
Whoa. Oh.
I agree.
See, that's funny because what did I say earlier about Bingham? I actually gave Bingham credit this game.
But you
All
just made a
right,
face
cool,
when
'cause
you said
you
that.
made a
Yeah,
fucking
because you
Bingham.
said
Made a
you
Pucci
didn't.
face, dog.
Yeah,
That
you
shit got
didn't
me
think
heated.
people had a good game.
I think.
Compared to
I'm not saying
Stairs?
people. No, I'm not saying people didn't have.
No,
a
but you
good
said
game.
that they were the only two good players this game. The only two
Highlight.
positive
Well,
players.
just from what stood out from most of the. I'm saying people had a solid game, but no defensive player had a better game than Daniel Stairs and David Bingham.
Really?
Yep, I second that.
100%.
I second
Yeah,
that
I
too.
agree.
Are you saying? Are you saying that because of the goal line save?
I'm just talking about his hustle in general.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Everything around him. I thought he was important. Look, I'm not.
So-
I'm by no means am I saying that that's not accurate on Stairs. I just think that Stairs and people were on par.
I
I-
don't think so.
So,
I don't
so,
think
so you
so.
know what? You want to know? It's probably gonna be unpopular opinion, but I think people reached the goal wrong. When because Stairs is covering the middle, and he's running towards the middle, and he closes in instead of like holding his man. And when he comes in is when they get the pass out wide to Key, and Key takes the shot that Bingham blocks and it rebounds back in the middle and they score. But I think he's the one that kind of bites where he should have just stood his ground and kind of kept tracking back, keeping them in front of him. All right. That being said, though,
Look, that could be accurate. Again, I didn't go back to watch anything.
yeah,
I'm
you
just
said
going
that.
off of what I saw on the field and how I felt, because I obviously, especially the second half, they were right there. You know, that's how I felt about it. I felt really good with him back there. You know, and
I agree, though. I agree.
and,
It's a hard decision. Like,
you know, I still don't think that Bingham's a great goalkeeper, and I'm gonna keep that shit to the end of time. I still think he's a subpar goalkeeper, but I thought he was
has nothing
solid
to do with-
yesterday,
okay.
and he kept us in the game.
Yeah.
Like I remember vividly, he had at least two good saves in that second half because right there, and he did what he had to keep us in the game. It's
Yeah.
just a shame that offensively we weren't there.
yeah. Listen. So what do we do with the defense, right? Because I mean, I'm really liking Steris. Like he's it right now. I really like Steris. I really like Polenta, and I like fucking people. So what do we do with the defense?
You wanna know what?
Yeah.
Well,
Your opinion.
so-
Your opinion. You're GBS right
My
now. Tell me.
opinion, look, Mrs. Steris, you've raised a beautiful human being, and like he's the Galaxy captain of the future. However, I need my Galaxy team to be better ASAP. Right now, we mentioned this last podcast, he is a tradable asset.
On that, I completely agree with you. So I say that's why you got to keep playing him to show
Yes.
how good he really is. And you talk to people and say, hold out. And that's how we're going to make the Galaxy better when we trade him, when we get more money in or whatever we get for him. So
Whatever,
keep playing
yeah,
him until he fucks
we can trade him.
up. Yeah.
I
And
agree.
It's,
No,
it's messed up to say, but
no, it's not.
look, we went out of our way to acquire people. We went out of our way to acquire Polenta. Those are GBS's guys. Steris has been a pleasant surprise to everyone.
No,
Right.
Yes.
I mean, it's again, we all want to win now. I get it, 100%. I'm a Galaxy fan like all of you guys, and I want my team to win every single year. But a little bit of reality check, guys. We're still in a rebuilding period.
Definitely.
We're still in a roster that's half GBS and the other half is still the old administration. Again, we just mentioned that a few minutes ago with Felster. Sure, I agree with George and everything what he said and blah 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 blah. it makes sense to try someone like Steris right now.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, obviously not right now because
And
when the summer window opens up, I think that's when
Well,
we'll probably see
yeah,
the
but
movement.
you know what I mean. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
as long as he
make
keeps
sure
playing the
we
way, yeah,
make sure we tie in Boateng to that trade too.
exactly,
Psych,
100%.
that would decrease the value of that trade. You don't want to do that. Just fucking let it ride out. Plus, he's making like $35 an hour or something like that. So just keep him.
Wow.
Listen.
Yeah.
I agree with Angel though. I agree with
No,
Angel.
yep.
For the summertime, trade Steris 100%. But right now, GBS needs to make that fucking call. It's one or the
It's
other.
hard
It's one or
though.
the other. Dog.
So
I don't
what
give
you
a fuck.
so what do you do?
Nah.
What do you do? You're GBS right now. What do you do?
Like Giancarlo rides the bench, dog. Right now, Giancarlo rides the bench.
Yeah,
Steris is too hot,
it's a
and I
decision
think
at the end.
Polenta gives us something. Polenta gives us something else that Giancarlo could probably give us with the long ball. But I think we lacked that this game too.
Yep.
Polenta finding someone up top because he got that whole left side cut off under him because he was
You know
playing too close
what
to
I
the
do think
sideline.
we did miss because based on that, we did miss Shelvick at that left back row with
Yeah.
his speed
Yeah.
moving forward.
Or Traore.
And no one,
Or Traore.
fine,
Yeah.
whatever, whatever about him, but Shelvick, he's been fine. Again, it's just you know how you guys talk about blind by hate. Yeah, of course I hate David Bingham, so but I own that shit and I'm gonna admit that shit all day, every day. A lot of you people that are on that Shelvick hater shit, like I don't
I
see
don't
it. Like
get it either.
I don't
like I don't
see
get
I
it
don't
either.
get
And
it either.
100%, like going forward, he's been fine. You
If
know,
anything, blame Polenta on the left should show everyone that Shelvick is a better start because Polenta is a really good defender, but we saw that pushing forward, not everyone could do it.
Yeah, 100%. And he was definitely slower in speed. Sure, he had a few moments of brilliance, but even then, they weren't in any dangerous attacking position
Mhm.
at all, at all.
So George, what you do? You're GBS. What do you do with defense?
I honestly, I said, you start Stairs. If he's a big asset, he's going to become a bigger asset because I don't think he's going
Have a
to
drop
slow
off.
down. He might fuck up a little bit here and there, and I'll go back to Jurgen on the left, and um I'll make it interesting to practice between Araujo and Rolf. I would like to start Araujo just to push Rolf in practice and talk to him, be like, hey, this kid is really good and I need you to step it up or something. I think a lot has to do with practice and the way that we talk to these players.
It's
I don't see it, I everything that we said that was gonna happen with GBS and the motivation and all that. I don't see it right now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if there's a lack of communication, a language barrier. Honestly, I don't know.
yeah. No, it's hard to decipher. None of you guys would be. None of you guys would like to see the 3-5,
No.
3-5-2 again, or whatever it
No.
was. No,
No,
I'm asking.
fuck
I'm
no.
asking. I'm
No.
asking.
No.
No, just
Because
not
we
gonna
don't
work out?
have true wing backs, and our wingers can't play backs either. So why even go there? Our
Okay.
wingers are too offensive, not defensive enough, and our fucking backs are not good enough going forward. So you either you stick to 4-man backline. You have to make that choice, bro. Like you're gonna have to bench.
One of them.
Yeah,
One of them has a bench.
yeah.
All right.
One has to take a seat.
So let's move on to the midfield. Something. Listen, Jonah is still hustling.
Yeah.
And that's as much as I'm gonna say about the midfield, right? And by the say midfield, I'm talking about really just Corona, Jonah, and Leggett.
Mhm.
And save your thoughts on Favio because I'm gonna ask about Favio next. So, what do we do with that midfield? What the fuck do we do with that midfield? What's going on
I
with
think
the midfield?
wherever Jonah is, the other forward or back spot is going to suffer because Jonah plays a lot of the connection between the defense and the midfield, and then he distributes the ball wide or whatever he has to do. If we were to, because there's been conversations and we've seen Jonah play the role that Leget's played. He's played that with Mexico. He played that last year in New York, and he does it well. He knows how to push up. But then I think we have a huge gap between the defense and the midfield, so I wouldn't want to do that. Jonah's playing what he has to do right now, and I think the supporting cast around him are just very stagnant. Corona had it's just one of those games where you did what you had to do, but I think we need a little more, and I think we're just doing what we're doing to where we're okay, but it's not nothing crazy.
So
Fabio, I want to share.
So
I want
hold on, hold on.
like, huh?
Hold your thoughts on Fabio. Hold your thoughts on Fabio. Hold your thoughts on Fabio. So you share your thoughts. What would you do right now with the midfield? You right
I
now.
think-
What would you do? or anybody.
You asking George
everyone.
or everybody?
Fire
Well,
everyone.
one at a
I
time.
would
Whoever
push
wants to come in.
Leggett. I would push Leggett to the right. Um, I see more. I see. Well, you said Fabio, but I
No,
see
you
more of
want
an
to include him.
impact with. I see more of an impact with Fabio playing that role instead of the Jet. I think he'll have a more creative mentality once he gets suited. I think hopefully this continues to happen. The left is where we're struggling, and I say if Zlatan's playing, you put Chris Pontius on the left. I don't. Emma's not a starter on this team. I'm even struggling to say bring him in the 70th minute. I'd rather have should I rather have Efra come in?
So,
Look, man, what's the point of
so
bringing in
Hold
Emma?
on. Let me ask you.
hold on.
Okay.
Son
Go
with
for
you.
it, Angel. You go first.
No, I was gonna say, what's the point in bringing Emma in the whatever minutes if we're down a goal or we're down 2 goals and he's useless?
Yeah.
It's not gonna make a difference. It's like if we're playing with 10 men.
Yeah, right.
Let me ask you a question real quick to go back to continue off of what George is saying. Is what do we do now, including Zlatan on the field?
Yeah.
Or okay,
Good.
so this is what I do, right?
Go for it.
I bench Leggett. I play Favio at cam. I have Antuna on the left, and I have Chris Pontius on the right, and I have fucking Zlatan up top. There's no reason
forgot
why
about Antuna.
I want to. There's no reason why I have Leggett on this team if he's gonna keep playing back and he's gonna keep playing safe. If my man's not ready to take risk, and this is probably why I didn't never thought about it, but this is probably why he's benched for the U.S.
Yeah.
men's national.
He's also playing. I'm not gonna go there. Angel, your thoughts on the midfield?
You're right, 100%, Masa.
What would you do right now with the midfield?
See, I'm in you guys' boat. My difference is that I still think that paired together, I like Leggett better with Jonah in the true midfielder role than I like Joe Benny. So I'd have Joe Benny running the bench if you ask me my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Pontius on one wing, Antuna on the other wing, and I know we're not getting to Fabio yet, but
No, you can include Favio.
Hey,
Just don't not
okay.
thoughts about him.
All right.
you know.
I mean, just based on what I saw yesterday, and obviously not thoughts, just what I thought. What I saw. Yeah, you keep him that camera roll, and you leave Zlatan up top. That's how I feel about it.
So let me ask you something. We have Cuello and Efra on the bench. What do you guys think about that? Like, should they see a lot more? Should this be seen a lot more, or they're not ready? What are your thoughts on? Because honestly, I think that's who we're gonna have as depth, right? It's gonna be Cuello and Efra as like our attacking pieces, and then Carrasco and Kevin linebacker.
To Angel's point, there's no reason why Emma should be on this team coming in the 70th minute, especially if we're down. I think if that's the case, you put Efra in, you push Fabio out wide, and you put Efra in that role for those last 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and then you go.
So
You and to add to George, I'm okay with bringing in a Cuello or an Alvarez in as subs, not as starters, as subs, because let's say assuming we're same scenario, right? We have the same squad that let's say we have our squad that we just mentioned. Let's say we have Zlatan and we have everyone, and we have the only difference that let's say Efrain's coming in, right? So Efrain comes in my scenario, he comes in for Leggett, right? And so he goes into that midfielder role, and then Pontius. Let's say Pontius comes out just for the shit of the conversation. Pontius comes out. Efra goes in Camero, and Alvarez, the other Alvarez, goes out wide. You're bringing a kid with sparks. Say, hey, look, just bring in that energy you have. Put no pressures on you. Whatever you can create, that's cool. Whether we're up a goal, we're tied, or we're losing, you're not asking him to put the world on his shoulders. You're just asking him, hey, bring that energy and just try to create something. Go out there and have fun. And look at this past game, sure, I saw Cuello and Efra come in with some energy, but even then, to be quite frank, I still didn't see anything from them. But at the same time, you also didn't have Zlatan in there, and you also didn't have Alvarez playing in a different role. I mean, obviously, it was one Alvarez to another Alvarez. We're talking a scenario where both Alvarezes are on the field at the same time.
Yeah, listen, if you want to talk about this game, there was nobody else pushing the front lines to create spaces for them. Bottom line, I mean, they had no room to do anything because of that. They were kind of handcuffed by the way we were playing, which was not. Nobody was making creative runs. Nobody was touching the ball correctly, so they ain't got shit. And then obviously we only have Zlatan, so Zlatan is definitely staying up on striker, so we can't make changes from that, except that we will make a change from that this coming up with our match coming up against Orlando because we don't have them, but we'll talk about that in the tailgate. Let's talk about, we got to see Favio Alvarez for the first time this game. Probably not the best game for him to come in just because we were shit. But thoughts and reactions to actually see him play.
Being his first game, I think he played comfortable. I wish he would have been a little bit more creative, or at least taken a little bit more risk. It's hard to do when you're coming into a team that's not yours and you don't know the fundamentals, you don't know the dynamics, so you don't know how to put your best foot forward and take shots. I get it. Hopefully now he gets adjusted and he sees that that's what we're lacking, and I hope he gets creative. I think as he gets adjusted with the team, he's going to be a little bit more creative, and hopefully, I'm being hopeful. And
Yeah.
and
That, and to add to that, because I think what George's saying is accurate. Also, maybe he didn't realize how physical the league is, because in the first half, he was obviously attacking our way. There was a few times where he got clipped. Like, and I thought they were legit fouls, but the ref didn't call shit.
Ref was
And he
shit.
looked at the ref. Yeah, sure. But he was looking at the ref like, what's going on? Like, yo, you're not. This is not Argentina where sure you're gonna get hit every now and then, but you have more technical players there, so you see more freedom to be technical. Here, you're gonna get cracked.
Yeah.
You're gonna get, like, it's physical, especially the players that are jealous, or have jealousy towards players with that are more tactical. You're gonna get clipped by somebody, and it happened. It happened multiple times. There was one instance where I remember him coming, forward straight to the goal, and he got clipped by I don't know who, and he complained to the ref. He had a clear opportunity to take a shot, and he wanted to get closer. Instead of taking the shot, he clipped, and he complains, and no foul. Look, I think it was a foul, but the point is, reason I bring that up is a learning thing for him. I think he has to be like, okay, look, I gotta
He has to grow into
take
it.
shots. Yeah, gotta be more aggressive going towards goal. Take the shot, try to take a player on, or be a creative with a pass or do something. But I'm not gonna have the luxury to hold on to the ball or take on 3 or 4 players. He's gonna get cracked by the second or third guy for sure.
Actually, Masa, go. You got your thoughts on Favio?
I think he was decent. I think he took 3 shots. I think he took that one where he chested down, shot it straight at Howard. I think he had another weak ass shot in the first half, and then the one that went wide in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody forgets about that one. He was close to scoring.
That wasn't that close.
So I don't think it wasn't. Well,
No,
from where
the angle,
But
yeah.
I was sitting sideline.
Yeah, the angle's
from
So, I mean,
luxury.
Yeah, luxury. I think he did the best he could during this game. I think he still needs to, learn his teammates' runs and all that. I don't think he's been here long enough, and I think it's just a matter of time before he adapts. I think he's gonna be dope. And from the angle where we were at, like from where we saw, what I liked about him was that he was demanding the ball a lot. And even if it was his first game, he checked in a lot. He was like, "Yo, I'm right here. Like, give me the ball.
Yep.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball."
Yep.
So I like that about him.
Well,
so
he
it's just
also has a few months without having consistent minutes
Game time.
in the team, because a few times with Tucumán he rode the bench. Sometimes he wasn't even the 18. He played a few minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So he, even then, like, he's over the last year, and we mentioned this when we talked about him a few episodes back. Because we pulled up his info like on the apps here, and he wasn't getting consistent minutes, right? So if you're asking this guy to come and do it, he reminds me of Polenta in his first couple games or so, where, look, you could see the potential, but there was still some rust,
Yeah.
right? That's how I feel about him right now. Look, yeah, I could see the potential, especially going forward. The intent was there a few times, but you could tell that that there's still some rust there.
So I agree with everything you guys saying. My one critique is that we were showcased a lot of flair in his highlights, right? Everything the Galaxy posted showed a lot of flair, and I didn't see any of that in the game. And I was hoping to see that. I was hoping to see, and I get what you guys saying about, like, he's not being comfortable with the team, but I was hoping to see some more individuality from him, right? Like, where he shows some of that flair, and not just for flair, but to take players on. And I didn't see that at all, and that's something that obviously our team is lacking. I was hoping to see some from him. And maybe it's just his first game and we didn't see that his first game, but I'm hoping we see that going forward because we need some of that. You know what I mean? I have it in my notes here. The only person who took the defense on was Booty Tang. He's the only person, and it ended up shit, right? He ended up running into like 3 defenders, but he was the only one who drove at the defense. Nobody else did that, and that's a problem.
Fair, because Emma, look, and again, It's not his intent is not there. He's just not capable of doing it, and that's where my problem is.
Yeah.
He's not good for this team. But anyways, that's a broken record already.
Yeah. So when it comes to Alvarez, I kind of want to see that. I want to see a little more of that
Really
flair.
quick, Cheyenne, we play them at Stanford Stadium. We play San Jose at Stanford Stadium. That's like their biggest game of the year. It's like the World Cup for them.
It's a 4th of July game for them. Any other thoughts on the game?
Shit, let's move on.
Well, I just want to add to what you said, Rudy, about Fabio, about not seeing the flair. I think it's just being his first game. To be honest, I think it's like he didn't want to, I guess, overstep on people who've been there longer. So I think he kind of took it like, let me pass first kind of shit. But I think once he gets comfortable with his teammates and shit like that, he'll be willing to take more risk.
Listen,
Remember when we barely signed Zlatan, everybody was trying to give the ball to Zlatan, dog. And I think now
still the same.
Well,
We even
well,
try to give him
yeah.
the ball. We try to give him the ball when he's not on the field. What do you mean?
but I think you see it more. I think you see fools take more shots now, or try to take more shots now, instead of just always looking for that fucking pass. And I think it's a little the same for him. I think he's trying to figure out his teammates first, and then he'll be confident taking that fucking shot
Well, and if that's the case,
or
if
taking players on.
if that's the case, then that's even more of a critique for me because I want a player with personality. You know what I mean? We need a little personality and not Slot's personality, right? But that's just my thoughts.
So final thing, I guess, on the for me on Colorado. Hopefully, this is the lowest of the lows for us this year.
It has to be.
I don't think so.
I said hopefully. I didn't say it was gonna be that. Did I say, hey, this is a fact? No, I
Has to
said
be.
I'm hoping this is the lowest of lows because right now, I really can't see a scenario where I'm like, this is the lowest of the lows because this team is legit the worst team in the league. In the league,
Yeah.
not like they're the worst team or they're one of the bad teams. Like, no, yo, they only had 2 points before they played us.
They were one loss away from being the worst team in history.
Yeah. So, and that whole thing, like, oh, well, now the Galaxy's the worst. Like, no,
It is
even
not.
with our shit team or how they came out to play, player for player, there's still no reason why we should have lost this game. And
Listen.
that is why this is a concern to me. But, I had 24 hours and so to think about it, I'm still not panicking.
Okay.
Nah.
Concerned,
Concerned
Yes.
for sure. Yeah, for
but
sure.
not panicking.
And I think during a Gold Cup break, we'll really get into where we think we're at, like kind of reassess our team at that point because I think we'll be close to halfway through the season. So we'll do a show on that and really kind of get into what reality looks like.
A report card for every
Because you
player.
mentioned something we'll cover also in the future. We're gonna have Galaxy History join us in
Yes.
in the break, so stay tuned for that stuff. Yeah, better join in for that.
Yeah. We're working on a bunch of content for the Gold Cup break. So, we definitely hear from us during the break. We're not going to be gone. George, Masa, any guys got anything else before we move on?
Fuck this game.
True. Accurate. I agree 100%. No further comment on that. Masa, you got anything?
I told you, motherfuckers, that shit was not gonna be easy.
It wasn't. It wasn't
You
at
told
all.
us we were gonna lose, though. You should have told us that.
Yeah, I didn't think we were
would have
gonna
been
lose.
prepared. All right, then. So
I
don't
didn't
hit
think
me
we
with
were
that. I
gonna-
told you so.
I told you, motherfuckers, though.
Bitch,
Y'all never hear me.
You also told us we were gonna win.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So, I know Cheesy probably asked it, but fool of the week.
GBS.
GBS fool of the week again.
Nah, legit. You wanna know who my fool of the week? Zlatan Ibrahimovic for the stupid shit that he did affected our team. That's the reason we lost because of him.
Don't care.
What'd you-
Rolf Felcher.
okay. Masa, you got a fool?
God damn.
I don't see
GBS,
why.
GBS for starting Emmanuel Boateng, dog. That's 2 fools of the week.
And I'm
You
gonna
know,
give
roll
it.
for
And
that.
I'm gonna give it to Booty Tang because he just. he
Nah, it
just
has to be Zlatan that affected our team. I mean, if you're gonna choke a motherfucker, at least
choke a motherfucker. Like choke a
the
motherfucker.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
choke his
He like
ass.
grabbed him with his little.
He
Come
caressed. He caressed his Adam's apple, though. He caressed his Adam's apple. That's what it was. Dog. Tickle, tickle,
Like-
tickle. You know what I mean? Bitch ass.
We like that. I tickle you, near apple.
All right.
And I take it to IKEA.
Can we? Do we have questions?
Swedish meatballs.
Of course, we have questions. I do my job correctly. We got questions.
'Cause-
But can't show to the game, huh?
all right. Let me play that intro and we do get into some questions.
You got stuck for a second, huh?
I'll send.
You know what I mean? We're still fucking up big, bro. I think the scores are gonna be 2-0 Galaxy.
I mean, we did better than I expected.
Fuck San Jose.
Fuck Levels FC. Fucking G's are gonna be coming on top, right?
All right, let's get into some fucking questions. I got one from YouTube, so after first one, we'll get into YouTube.
We ain't got questions. I was playing. No, I'm playing. All right. Cheyenne. Shout out to Cheyenne in the chat and also here. Thoughts on the Jet so far? In my opinion, he needs to improve. That's an understatement.
Yeah, he needs to improve. And fuck, I already said it. I would bench him right now.
Listen, he's close to that.
I could see that. I could see that being a discussion. All right, Rob Moore. Y'all think GBS fucks around with the lineup for Friday? I hope so. I hope it's not the lineup we just saw.
So what? Actually, no. Let's cover that in the tailgate. Let's cover it in the tailgate. But yeah, they had.
I was about to give you predictions. Shit, it's gonna be 10-2. Orlando, the way that they're scoring right now.
Yeah, I think we should see some changes, and we'll discuss what we think those changes should be on the tailgate episode.
Good plug. That was nice. All right, Eddie from NAG. Fuck you. Is Jorge still on his way? Just to confirm, I didn't say I was going, and I showed Angel. Right?
No, no, fuck that. Because on Saturday you said you were gonna go play, and you didn't go play.
Okay, but the next day, what'd I say?
You didn't go play.
All right, Eddie. Fuck you. How about that? Did he score a goal?
He was top-notch goalkeeper. He's my David Bingham.
Shit.
As a matter of fact, I'd start Eddie all day, every day before I'd start David Bingham.
Yeah, I did have a sick ass save on that free kick though. Shout out
On
Eddie.
a free kick? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, he had
All
a
right.
sick ass save.
Playboy bartender, not to be mistaken with Michi guy bartender.
Oh,
Besides Jurgen, who else should go from the main team's roster? Oh.
wait, what?
Everybody goes. Everybody goes. Repeat the question.
Damn. Okay. Playboy bartender. Besides Jurgen, who else should go from the main team's roster? 1, I don't think Jurgen should go anywhere. 2, Emma.
3,
Emma.
4, Emma.
Dylan.
What does he
thinks that
mean by the
Jurgen-
main squad?
Like our roster. Who
The roster.
goes from a roster?
The people that put on the LA Galaxy shirt when we go see them play.
So, but I don't know if he's like talking about. Let me just entire. Okay, so roster. Carrasco should be out.
Yep.
For
I agree
sure.
with that.
We should be trading Perry Kitchen somewhere.
I
I
can fuck
forgot
with
we had
that.
him, but you're right.
Yep. And he actually was on the bench this past game.
Yep.
We should be getting rid, obviously, of Boateng. Right.
If we're not going to use him, let's get rid of Junie too. While we're at it.
I was gonna ask that too. What about Junie?
Yeah,
I was
we
Nah,
gonna
got-
say
he-
get rid of
he-
Juni.
We need
I was
Juni
gonna
for a
say-
reason.
No,
But it's
we
different.
don't. No,
Yeah,
we
we do.
don't.
Yeah, we
Get
do.
rid of Juninho.
Nah.
If we're gonna get rid of Kitchen, Carrasco, Juninho just as useless.
All right,
Let
well,
him go.
fuck Rolf Felcher too. Take him out.
Yeah.
Well, that fool plays.
You know what? Fuck. You know what? You know who needs to go? Every single player that was not acquired by GBS needs to go. You know what? Even get rid of Jonathan.
No, he's tripping.
Get rid of everybody.
Listen.
You know what?
Yeah,
Fucking
well,
get rid of all of us. Get rid of supporters too. Fuck.
Rudy,
Fuck
Rudy,
your stupid ass question.
Rudy, get this under control.
I don't know what the fuck's going on right now, dog. Out of my hands. I'm just gonna let it happen.
No, I
Fuck
agree
it.
with
Car
Angel
crash.
100%. Anybody
Jonah?
who was here, anyone who was here that is not going to be useful to GBS,
Gone.
like gone. Like
You know what? Even if
I
that
would,
means
I would,
anything.
you know what? I would throw in Georgian Shelvick in there. I would throw Rolf Felcher in there.
Yeah.
I would throw Daniel Steres in there. I would throw Carrasco, Juninho.
I throw
All
Legend
them
in there
fools
too.
need to go. Yeah, I'd Jet in there too. I would only
Zlatan
keep.
Ibrahimovic too.
Yeah, well, he's gone.
No,
I
exactly.
would only keep Jonathan, Polenta, Giancarlo, Favio. If he's an option at the end of the season, we'll see. Alessandrini out. Everyone needs to go.
What? Say that again?
Alessandrini out.
Hell
GBS
yeah.
needs to rebuild his team.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna go there, then yes, I agree.
David
with
Bingham out
Angel
too, then.
100%. I would too.
All right, and
All right, all right.
Hey, Keylor Navas available.
to add to the question, Playboy Bartender also says Steres is making a great run on him playing this year. Should we trade him for a better D? I think we should trade him for
Not better
for
D.
money.
Not better D.
for attacking.
need some-
assets.
For money,
We need a
money.
striker.
We need that money,
We need
man.
a striker.
Give us that money. Give us that money.
All right. Anna Chris 06.
Oh, who's that?
Wifey Smarts. Wifey I am Smarts. Ask, why do we suck so much? Rudy, I'll let you answer this question.
What's the question?
Why do we
Why
suck,
do we suck so much? Damn, fucking listen. I'm not gonna repeat myself.
Go.
If you don't want to
You did
answer,
though.
then don't answer.
You did though.
All right.
Listen,
That's
you did
twice. Well, third time. I'm not gonna do it. Bet.
What?
What?
What the fuck's going on? Why do we suck so much? Because we rely on one player too much. We rely on Zlatan too much. Because we are in a rebuilding year again.
All right. There you go, Anna. You should have asked him. He's right in front of you every day.
She's like right there.
Cheyenne, learn this phrase. Bola de majes. Remember that. Bola de majes. Show up to your Spanish class and say that to your classmates. Bola de majes.
Right. Dan Rizzo on Instagram asks, is coaching to blame for the L's or the players not executing the plays?
Fuck.
Both.
Yeah.
But if you have to blame someone, you have to blame the coaching.
I think it's both.
The coaching goes first, though.
That's so hard, man.
In any sport, coaches lead first. Coaches get the blame.
That's hard because you see. So you know why I think it's hard, because I can see the intention, right? I can see what the game plan is, and we can't execute.
You know that would be fair.
So that's
What's
hard.
the
But if
game
you're
plan,
starting,
though?
if
Game,
you
there
would
was
be
a game
start-
plan?
Listen, that's not what I'm saying. That it said that would be
Rudy.
fair. I know, but that's what I'm saying. That would be fair. But you're starting Emma Boateng. Listen, the entire world is seeing this. Like even any Galaxy fan, like even whether you're on a fans page or not, doesn't matter who. Everyone is seeing this across the different podcasts, across social media. Everyone is seeing the same shit. How are you as a coach not seeing this? That bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 2 games on GBS: New York Red Bulls, and this one. And that's about it, dog.
I agree.
Well,
Not
actually,
Columbus?
3, because Columbus he
I
didn't
don't-
rotate. He should have rotated.
I don't know if I put New York Red Bulls on them.
What you mean? You got out coach,
you got
bro.
out coach. Yep. You got out
Get the
coach.
fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Why? What the fuck
right,
happened?
well,
Wait, how did
next
everybody get so
question.
aggressive right now? What the fuck
All
happened?
right,
We fucking
um,
lost to Colorado, dog. That's why everybody's so fucking
Masa,
aggressive.
fuck you. I
out
take that
to-
love I gave from you earlier. Fuck you.
MLG Cheesy 121. Pendejo of the week. Hashtag fool of the week. Hashtag make big boy size ACB shirts.
Make besides these t-shirts. There you go.
GBS.
Angel got somewhat fit and now he doesn't want to believe in,
Yeah.
in the other people, forgetting that he was that.
Too bad we already took care of him today, so fuck off.
Oh, good shit.
He
For
just said- send him
the-
a question, say,
Full of the week, it was GBS on 2 parts, Felcher and Booty Tang.
Zlatan for not choking hard enough.
Oh yeah, it's not the name I got. There you go. So that's the fools of the week.
there you go. All right. We have it's White Mike. Why doesn't anyone have enough levels to shoot outside the box? I don't know. I wish I knew.
Well, I mean, I told the players last year that they didn't have any, so you know.
I think
should
it
probably
was
repeat yourself.
who was it? Was it Bruce? I can scroll up, but somebody said bring in. Oh no, it was Carlos. He said bring in Junior. He shoots from outside the box. He has the balls to shoot from outside the box, which is
we already
true.
sold
Yeah,
him
he
in our
does.
last segment, remember?
We sold him already.
Yeah, you're right. We
we
told
don't
him
even have
already.
him on our team.
He's not even here anymore.
Yeah, but that's accurate.
No, he does shoot though. I mean, and we've seen bangers from him. So I don't know.
You
Listen,
remember that shit? It was
It's
like
the
5 years
Argentinian
ago.
Brazilian
It was
thing.
trash. That was trash.
Who?
Let him go.
Junie.
Juninho. I'd rather not see him play, dog, and not fuck up his legacy.
I called it. I called it.
Buffalo Soldier.
Okay.
My man, you need to change this Instagram. Rich Squarf alphabet. Listen, I wish I could make this shit up. RIJK. How do you pronounce that? Say that for me. Rick.
No, that's Dutch.
All
isn't
right,
it?
go. What's the
I
question?
think it's Reich.
Reich. Squarf alphabet.
Okay.
Shout out to you. You're my new
Bruce, I
Brigand
can't
Bass.
confirm nor deny.
You're my new Brigand Bass. All right. Do you guys think
About
we
that
move the
base,
ball
about
a
that
little
base.
more with or without Zlatan?
All right,
I
listen.
didn't hear the question.
Angel fucked it up for you.
Because Angel fucked it up.
No
Well,
trouble.
I'm not gonna repeat myself, so I'll answer it. I think we play the same with or without Zlatan on the field. We don't move the ball at all, or we move it to him when he's not there.
We just showed this past game that we pretend like he's still there.
Yeah, he's always there
Oh.
forever.
Yeah, he's there forever and ever.
Yeah, see, it is
All
right.
right, next question. The one and only Anthony XO. Why can't we catch a break? I think the breaks have been there to be caught. I think that
We
we
just don't want to
can't
take
catch shit.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, nah, next one. We got the next one.
I'm good. I'm good this time. Next
All right.
time.
Ronaldinho 10. Do you
Killer.
think the players went golfing today since they lost?
They should. They need to do something. They got to figure something out, dog. Like some fucking yoga,
Listen.
hot yoga or something, dog.
Bring in Tony Robbins. I don't know what y'all got to
Go.
I don't know what the fuck we need, but yo, we need something.
Tony Robbins. Oh, like I fucked up my camera by laughing so hard.
go buy some Beyond Burgers and.
Ooh, nope.
Look, whatever you got to do to bond as a team, to make sure that after 4 L's in a row and the most precinct to Colorado, you guys are not fighting each other and having some type of civil war. That's fine. Go keep being happy.
Una limpia.
Hit up Gio. No, hit up Gio. Someone go buy a whole bunch of hookers for you guys and be happy again.
Ana hacer una limpia.
Yeah, también, yeah.
All right, La Maravilla 23-23.
La Maravilla.
Belcher hits the post versus Dallas. Leggett versus New York. Zlatan versus Columbus. Zlatan versus New York.
The post.
And Polenta versus Colorado. We have a fucking brujeria against
It's like
this.
what Rudy said. We gotta stop hitting the post and make them.
Yeah.
It's not brujeria, dog. Watch the fucking the pre-game fucking shooting drills, and you see why we can't score.
That's accurate. We need, and he adds, we need holy water to be poured on the goalpost. We have bad luck.
Anything, I'm down. Listen, I remember back in days when mom used to go see me play, she'll put 3 pennies behind my goalpost. And I always keep clean sheets. So I'm going to tell my mom, like, yo, let me get 3 pennies, dog.
He always kept clean sheets, huh?
Yeah, I always kept clean sheets.
You should have done that when you got older.
Well, yeah, well, she stopped going to my games because, she's like, I still put on a juega.
Well,
So,
you don't have fucking 3 pennies?
Anna could take them to you.
Yeah, we find some pennies somewhere.
my mom got that them secret pennies, dog. You know what I mean? The Space Jam pennies. You know what I mean?
All right. Bruce 121 asks, Efra to start over Seba next game. No, I don't want Efra starting, but someone needs to start over Seba.
Favio.
Something.
Faru.
Faru.
All right, now, Rudy, if you want to transition that question that you had, because I'm going to Twitter now.
Yeah, I lost it.
Mr. Leo.
I lost it now, so fuck it.
All right, so our questions from Twitter. Juan el Terrorista asks, why come GBS and DTK ain't bringing another forward? You guys think they've even searched for a forward, or was their ride to plan with Ibra the whole season? I think you have to ride with Ibra the whole season regardless.
Yep.
And if you search for another forward, it just adds to shit that we don't need to hear.
Look, man, and on top of that, he's healthy, but you can't control. Exactly, you can't control Ibra being Ibra.
Yeah,
like that's just one of those things. It's like if we would have had Balotelli in our team, we would be dealing with the same type of shit.
According to George, the same person.
They're both the same person. If y'all don't know,
Balotelli ain't doing that dumb shit right now.
No, but hey, Masa, but did you read Mourinho's book where he asked Balotelli not to get a yellow, and then he goes out and got a yellow?
That wasn't Balotelli, stupid. I mean, that wasn't Mourinho, stupid.
What the fuck? All right.
I mean, it was a red. He got a red.
But you know what? To add to this question, though, I think they have been searching for a forward, but I don't think they've been able to sell the fact that, hey, man, you might
ride the bench.
Yeah.
Listen, I think I said this a few episodes back. Like, if we get a forward, it's not going to be a high-quality forward because he knows he's behind Zlatan. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting
why we search for a forward if he's not going to be a DP.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
The one place
we don't have a backup striker. Why wouldn't
you know who we need right now as a backup striker? What was Noah's favorite player?
Oh, yeah.
Chad Barrett. We need Chad Barrett in our team right now.
All right. Charlie Arevalo. Why do you guys think Emma has peaked so young in his career? Used to be a fun player to watch. Was a nice spark off the bench in 2016 and 2017, probably second best after Dini. Even last year, he was a serviceable somewhat, but also has gone down a lot. Isn't even a spark anymore tactically.
Yeah,
I think we mentioned it last episode, though, didn't we? That part of it, like especially his first year, part of it is the fact that he was actually around a different squad that still was doing relatively okay. I mean, we still made it to playoffs that year. It was a team that still had Robbie Keane, still had Steven Gerrard, and had Gio actually in the Goody year when he actually was decent. So, I mean, a lot of the bad shit didn't really become apparent until when we actually needed him to become a productive player. When we actually needed him and we relied on him, he just can't handle that shit. I mean, honestly, he lost playing with us on Sundays.
He lost his buffer. You know what I mean? He lost
exactly.
the cover of him. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, that's thing. I think in 3 years' time, the league has gotten a lot faster too, and people know how to play against Emma Boateng now because he's
one trick pony. Yep, one trick pony. And his peak was like a little hill. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was Yeah,
I mean, he doesn't even score against RSL anymore. It's been like, what, 2-3 games and he has scored against them.
it's good because he slides into too many DMs
All
and
right,
doesn't get
next.
practice.
Shout out Maryland.
What he hasn't realized, all he had to do is slide into Maryland's DMs. That's it.
Yeah, and then he actually be getting late, but no.
And maybe he might be doing better. Yo, we might be onto something.
Hey, there you go.
Maryland.
Maryland, you slide into his DMs.
Straight from the
All right.
stands dating services, yo. You got you.
Yeah.
All right. Angel. Let me see. Okay. Angel. Oh well, we could answer this too, but mostly Angel. Can Lars start learning ACB chants?
They do know some of ours, and we know some of theirs.
That was Adrian Ocampo. There you go. Madam Serrano, LA Galaxy Outsider says, "Can I get a membership?"
You will, but once we restock and shit. As a matter of fact, come meet us at the tailgate.
I think he means straight from the stands tailgate. We'll be selling those $20 individually. Get into my Venmo. All right, Charlie Arevalo adds, Leggett is so predictable and overthinks every play. Time to trade in the summer or in the end of the year? I don't think that we get anything for Leggett.
I disagree. I think we don't get as much as we want, but I think we get something for Legit. And I'm okay with that.
Yo, remember Legit is a true midfielder. He's fine. Like, he's good as a true midfielder. Like, really paired next to Jonah, but not playing out wide in the wing right now, as obviously he was pairing this past game, or playing that camera. As a true midfielder, he's good. So if we trade him to a team that actually needs a legitimate midfielder, true midfielder, yeah, we can definitely trade him somewhere.
And the fact that he's a U.S. men's national team player, that always hikes up the price. Yeah, I think we can still get a lot for.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all do a trade for Kalen Acosta?
Fuck yeah, easy.
For Leggett?
Easy.
Yeah.
I'll throw in Emma just for free too. Fuck it.
No, they'll void the trade. Like Emma, nah, we're good.
Nah, 100%.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. Chris Seller says, do we have any players that can take defenders one-on-one and actually shoot at the goal instead of juke the defender only to cross it to the middle where Emma clearly can't get to it?
We don't.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody else noticed?
He's benched.
Yeah, he was benched.
Somebody else noticed that too?
And he adds by saying one more thing. Thanks for asking what I did for Mother's Day. We went to the cemetery to lay roses on my mother's plot, ordered veggie sandwiches from Giuliano's, and basically Netflix and chilled.
Damn, he Netflix and chilled. Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Green shorts or not?
Yeah.
Green shorts.
Green shorts or no shorts?
That's dope. But I personally don't think that we have someone that could take anyone one-on-one.
Yeah.
Hopefully Fabio's that person.
And if someone says Drini could do that motherfucker didn't do shit.
Oh, chill. My last day. Tony Medina says, at the association event, it was clearly evident that the ACB and Lars need to collab on more songs. We literally were chanting like we were literally chanting same 3 songs because nobody knew each other's chants. That's negative. Maybe not the right people were there because we have the whole LAX thing. So when we travel, we have a playlist. So unfortunately, I don't think
As a matter of fact, I did connect with Andrew early in the year, and honestly just clicked right now, so I'll follow up with him again. We were even talking about getting together to record, as a group, songs specifically that we're doing for that we've been doing for a while now for LAX thing. It's just it's only a real thing honestly when we go together to big games, which is usually San Jose away, and now obviously Chivas away because it's a new thing, but. For the most part, it's always been San Jose away, so it's really hasn't become something, I guess solidified just because it's really one game when we're actually doing it.
Yep. Yeah.
There you go.
For sure.
All right. We have Otto Mejia 777 asked, with the possibility of losing players to the Gold Cup, what players do you guys think have the best chance of standing out in the absence of the usual starters?
So
that's funny.
So everybody. we know now that it's Leggett, Jonah, Antuna, and people, right? They're in the preliminary,
Belcher.
But he's Copa America, and that's until after it starts right after the Gold Cup.
Oh, we straight then.
Yeah, so it was right after that. But for Gold Cup, especially, it's those 4 players who are in the preliminary rosters. So with that being said, people, that's an easy call, right? Because it goes back to being
he's going.
And it's easy call to cover too because it's Steris and Polenta in the back.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm straight. I'm okay.
Legit.
I don't think he makes the U.S. men's national.
He don't makes the final cut, the 23-man cut.
No,
I think he makes 23.
I don't think he does.
So. I don't think he does. Not the way he's playing right now. No.
And then And then Antuna,
I don't think he makes.
the cut either.
I don't think he makes the cut for my.
Damn.
No.
Interesting. I think
So-
I think he has a shot at making the cut.
I think so
I think
too. But
he's not
I
making-
think I think he doesn't make the cut. I think he's very close, but I think that the fact that he doesn't have that final pass is why he doesn't make that team.
I
And
think these
he's
last
gonna be
games-
stuck with us.
These last games show that he's not ready.
So you think we only lose Jonah?
Yeah,
thoughts?
which is the one
The
person.
1% that hurts.
I would rather lose everybody else and not lose Jonah.
Yeah.
But
Who covers for Jonah? Kevin?
Well, legit.
The Jet? Yeah, we'll see.
You
We'll
need
see.
a true center midfielder.
We'll see. You know, I kind of fucks with Masa's thoughts, and I think we might only just lose Jonah. And that one's hard to cover. We'll have to figure that one out.
well, and people. But I mean,
People.
I feel.
But
okay
the
with
coverage
losing
there
people.
is
Coverage there
automatic.
is nice.
Yeah.
Felcher, we have coverage for Felcher too, and then everybody's back. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that too. Yeah, it sucks. We're gonna lose Jonah.
And that's all we have from Straight from the Fans.
Dope. So on right after the game, there was a big thread on Twitter, talking about us.
Damn, I missed it.
Oh, you didn't see it? They
Nah,
added us.
Purposely stayed away from social media. Yeah, fuck that.
So they
Yeah, I went straight to bed.
they CC'd us and I think it was Madam. It might have been Madam who said,
Us?
"We got-"
Like
yeah,
us, Straight from the Fans?
You guys didn't see
Okay.
it? You didn't see it?
Nah.
Lex?
I didn't see
There was a
that.
bunch of
I
nerds
stayed
came
up
in.
on social because
Oh, okay.
I want to go see Game of Thrones after.
So the people start bringing up Aldrini.
Oh, I did see that.
So people
Never mind.
start
see that.
people start bringing up
Elaborate.
Aldrini.
What did they say?
And there's, I mean, again, right? Like, Drini is like the most polarizing person because there's sides, there's on both sides where they're Drini in, Drini out. The question was, with Drini healthy, would this team be different? Would he have helped this in this
Fuck
situation?
yeah.
Yup, most definitely.
Yo, look, Drini, at least he tries to take people on. We see him do it. The problem is he doesn't shoot. When he'll take a player, he'll cut in, and then he doesn't pull the trigger. That was our biggest argument about him.
This season, what did he play this season? What did he play this season? Because listen, he scored double-digit goals in all seasons, so he does shoot. This season, he hadn't done it. He hadn't done it as much, or at least not effectively. But
Well, listen, this season, and this I saw somewhere on Twitter. You know what? It might have been that thread. Now that I think about it, just like no, but I saw it today, so
Okay.
it probably popped up today. Someone mentioned that with Drini in the lineup, we were unbeaten.
yeah, that was a threat. It was
Right?
the same threat. Yep.
Okay, yeah, so unbeaten. Then with him in it, without him in it, we have a losing record.
Yeah.
0-5.
So I've been saying it, Drini in.
Yeah.
I'm Drini out just because he's injury prone. But to this game against Colorado, I think Drini is what we lack because he's the type of player that would try to at least put the team on his shoulders and make some shit happen.
Well,
And
right.
this game showed it. But just because he's injured, I'm Drini in for the rest of the season. I'm Drini out at the end because I'm not gonna renew someone that's injury prone.
Well, and
I've
that's
said
the
that
thing.
before.
Yeah, if
That's the
we're
only
gonna
reason.
need to go find someone else like him though, that's not afraid to
Mhm.
put the team on the shoulder, that has that attitude, that personality, like, yo, no, I want to fucking win. And you know what? Yeah, sure, it's gonna act like Keen.
But we didn't have a problem with Keenan when we were in championships.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah,
and,
I agree with you.
And sure, like he kept getting frustrated, but he got frustrated because he want, like, when I'm talking about Alessandrini, yeah, he gets frustrated because he wants to win.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And honestly, yesterday I didn't seem like a single player on that field wanted to win.
It was rough. It was really fucking rough to watch that because that's exactly the feeling I got too. Here's one that just came up on the YouTube chat. It says, "Name a player that deserves the chant." How do you guys feel about that? Do you guys say,
Jonathan Dos Santos.
I feel that I don't care who it is. I don't think anyone deserves
a single player?
I
Chant?
think the same reason why I don't buy a jersey with player's name on their back. They're gonna leave us sooner or later, and we're gonna be stuck with a chant. And like I get it, like during your time, but we don't know what you're gonna do after what you said. I rather steer away from it.
Yeah, listen, I'm same, right? All my jerseys don't have a player's name on it, just 'cause I'm for the team, not for a player. But yeah, something small is not bad. Like I remember when we used to do the Kino, and that was dope. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Something small like that. You know what I mean?
Like that, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. People came out, randomly, in the stands, from that save. Yeah, if it's something random, cool. But I mean, actually create a song like or a chant for someone. Fuck no, I'm not down for that.
How about this one from Food Stamp Poppy?
Weak ass Emma, weak ass Emma.
I low-key thought that shit said
That should be
email.
that should be a chant. That should be a chant.
All right.
Yes,
Was that it for the questions?
Yeah.
Cool. Angel, you got ACB plugs for me?
Yeah,
Let's
Oh
go.
fuck, here we go.
ACB plugs. This is the ACB plugs. ACB plugs.
shit, you
This
stupid.
is ACB plugs.
Yeah, hell yeah, I like that.
All right.
Original
Shout-
as fuck. I like it. So stupid.
Shout out to
Dog, I
Riot's
love that
podcast,
shit,
dog.
man.
That shit is dope as fuck.
Like I love that fucking shit. I wish our podcast was cool and we could do shit like that, but our podcast is trash. All right, no, it's real shit though. So a couple of things. So we do have a few things. Look, I wrote them down this time. Not at the top of my head. So as if you guys haven't checked socials yet on ACB socials, you can now head over to our site and you can pre-order the Pride Night. The shirts that we're releasing for Pride Night. The Pride shirts. They're available from now until Monday, Memorial Day, basically until Memorial Day. They will be available for pickup on June 2nd, which is on Pride Night. So you'll be able to pick them up there at the tailgate. On top of that, June 2nd against the Revs is Pride Night. So, obviously we kind of make that a big deal for us when it comes to the streamers. So head over to your local, Dollar Tree and every single color that you can think of, bring that motherfucker. Rainbow as fuck.
But the rainbow doesn't have it. Okay.
Doug, I don't care. Whatever. Bring whatever colors you want.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with
Dog,
you.
equality. We're inclusive here. You bring whatever color you feel like bringing. All right? Whatever you're prideful about. And then another thing. San Jose away. So because, stupid ass Manny from the Outlaws are out there trying to take my juice. Yes, if you are trying to get your own ticket to head to San Jose on your own, there are no more tickets. They are sold out.
Fuck.
And we're talking about 400 tickets to San Jose away. At this point, we're working with the FO to see if we can somehow find additional tickets. From what's been shared to us, and again, this is related information, so this I really can't confirm or deny. Supposedly they've sold out the stadium, because Zlatan's coming to town and whatever, blah, blah. They said that last year, but there was a shit ton of empty seats. So, our friends over at the FO are doing whatever they can to get us some additional tickets for, people that are heading over. But if you are in the buses, you still haven't copped the bus seat, you're still okay. We've been able to work in the past with them about figuring out shit, and we're able to do it again. So essentially, if you're getting a bus seat, that's probably the only way you can still get yourself a game ticket. As right now, either that or you're gonna have to buy it a third party site.
Just before you move on, that's the design. If you haven't seen it, I hadn't seen it, so I pulled it up. It's pretty dope for the Pride Night shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and essentially what Tony Medina said, if you plan on going still, definitely look for the cheapest ticket available you can find. Look, I mean, I would suggest, you buy it around the section, where we're going to be. If you're not sure, shoot us a DM and I'll get that over to you tomorrow. I don't recall right now off the top of my head of what section we're going to be in. But that's just to be safe. But if you really want to buy the cheapest ticket possible, find the cheapest ticket possible you can find, and just meet us at the pregame, and we'll do what we can to figure out a way to make it to the away end. Usually when it comes to San Jose away, they're okay with stuffing our section a little bit, just because they avoid fights like that. But I can't confirm or deny that's gonna happen.
I can't confirm that security there is. They don't give a fuck. They want you with the G's fan. So buy a ticket anywhere and just walk in with us, dog, and they're not gonna check your shit.
They'll just scan your ticket and
I promise you that shit.
Yeah. Cool. And then next thing, so this Saturday also, actually before that, so Friday we do play Orlando City Soccer. We're away. We are gonna have several viewing parties across, the actually even up to the Central California, because Bakersfield is gonna have one this weekend. This Friday. But they're just keep an eye out. Same thing as usual. Wednesday we'll release all the information. It's gonna be on the socials, and then you can also head over to angelcitybrigade.net, and then over to the viewing party section. Our boy, Tony Medina, also known as Robert Andrade, is gonna post that shit up there too. And is gonna set up our shit, so you can head over to angelcitybrigade.net to the viewing party section, and you can see the full list and lineup of viewing parties for Friday. Again, away to Orlando. Then after that, Saturday, Galaxy 2 play here at home against, I guess it turns out that it's the rivalry game. I didn't realize it was a rivalry game. But yeah, it's the rivalry game against Orange County Soccer Club, right? OCSC, the other OCSC.
Something like that.
Whatever. Point is that it's supposed to be like a rivalry game. I've been told they're bringing about 30 supporters to the game, like their supporter group or whatever. So honestly, I encourage you guys all to make it out if you can Saturday. If you need tickets, hit us up. We'll find you guys tickets. There's gonna be plenty of free tickets going around. You don't have to pay for them. We'll find them for you. I will be there. As a matter of fact, there will be a good portion of us there because we are gonna have a pre-meeting before that with Galaxian's leadership to talk about internal stuff. But for the biggest thing is that there's gonna be quite a few of us there. So come out, hang out with us. Our boys are gonna win on Friday. They're gonna win on Saturday. So let's celebrate Saturday back-to-back Galaxy wins. Come out and hang out with us. You guys gonna be there?
What time?
You guys making
it? No, I can't make it. It's my mom's birthday. What time is it again?
No.
Shit. 7, I think. 7:30.
Yeah.
We'll post it up. You guys will see your shit up.
If y'all looking for 2 tickets, DM the Straight from the Stands account or DM me. I'll personally give you. I have 2 tickets for sure. I'm gonna be in Arizona this weekend, so
okay, cool. And last thing, for people that are always asking about Tifo, we really need your guys' help this time around. We play San Jose on a Friday, and that following Friday we play LAFC. We had Tifo going down for both games, so we're gonna do Tifo in June. Shoot us a DM, whether it's the Straight from the Stands account, whether it's the ACB account. Shoot us a DM, and we'll start relaying information about where we're gonna meet up and do this shit because we have 2 Tifos to do.
Yeah.
One takes forever with the same small group of people all the time. We need all the help that we can get. So please, please, please hit us up, whether it's the ACB account, whether it's the Straight from the Stands account.
Or individual accounts.
Yeah,
whatever.
or individual accounts. Yeah, whatever. I don't have the information just yet, but hit us up that you want to help, and we'll start a list here internally. Just make it like I'll put a list together. Have the guys send me everything that we need. Who wants to help or whatever, and I'll reach out to you guys once we have everything squared away. So we need help. 2 Tifos back-to-back weekends. Well, back-to-back Fridays. We need y'all. Like, fuck everything else. These are 2 rivalry games. We need you guys for this shit. We need you guys, for real.
Yeah, for real. Manny, for sure, we'll let you know. Or actually, hit us up so we can put you on the list of people we got to hit up. Yeah, but for sure, Tifos is big. We need that. Anything else? That's it?
That's it for now.
For sure. We will be back later this week with the tailgate episode. Dropping Thursday, I believe. Thursday.
Can I give a couple shout-outs real quick, though?
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah. Just really quick, big-ass fuck shout-out to my homie Jesse Concepcion. You guys are not going to know him. I've known this cat since I was about 4 years old. He's a big-time Galaxy fan, too, and just found out about it straight from the stands, like, last week when I posted on the... Oh, this is the guy that I told you guys that, they're like, oh, shit, I found out that one of my homies... Yeah, that's him. So shout-out to him. And then also to all the pins people. I mean, I know we shout-out a few, but... This past on Sunday, I met Abraham briefly from Real Integrative Pins.
Rip.
Shout out to him for drive-through type of shit. Like I rolled up to him, Lisa noticed him because of the hat. It's like, oh shit, I think it has to do with the pins. So we straight up rolled up on him. He came to my window and straight up drive through that shit on selling us some pins. So shout out to him. Shout out to Danny over at Pentestial. He's the one that hangs out over at the ACB tailgate. And Julio from Moving Silence, man. Shout out to you guys for all the stuff you guys do. I mean, I'm personally not a pin collector, but I did cop that Abraham's the Real Integrative Pins one, the Galactic Republic with the bear on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, love that shit. That's just tight. But I know all you guys are bugging. I mean, are big time. You guys love all that shit. So shout out to you guys for all you guys do, man. We appreciate that shit big time. You guys do shit on your own. No one's asking you guys to do it. You guys should just do it because you guys want to.
And is there any way that we could bring them into the tailgate? Bring them all there?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, this is their preference. I mean,
I'm down to make it happen.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Just so you guys are aware, though, we are doing a collab with Move in Silence. We just haven't posted it on socials because we wanted it to be kind of a surprise type of thing. But
surprise, motherfuckers!
Yeah, surprise, motherfuckers. Well, because some people ask you, "Oh, you guys don't do it." Like, well, I mean, we just, But yeah, now you guys know. Also, we are planning on potentially, this is not a confirmed thing, depending on demand. we might be doing a collaboration with Retros de Raíces for an ACB jersey. So keep an eye out for that. See if we make
Retros
that
y
happen
what?
too. Retros y Raíces, R&R, the people we buy the jerseys from.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
isn't that
Salvador.
Rarezas?
Oh, Rarezas? Oh, my bad. All right, my bad. Retro y Raíces, whatever it is. Something like that. I
We're
remember
getting
something
some
like that.
bootlegs, bro.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real. God.
yeah. Well, yeah. But point is, we working on some shit. I'm still waiting for Rudy to send me a sample of an
Oof.
image that he says, but I still haven't gotten that shit.
Ooh. It's like me going to a game, my boy. Come on now.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, it's. But yeah, what? Shoot us some DMs too. Let us know if you guys like the idea of the ACB jerseys. Like, start gauging that, see what that's gonna be like.
Or shit, even if you guys are talented and when it comes to that Photoshop, do that. Send them.
Oh yeah. Shoot, yeah, DM. Yeah, you know what? Send them to me, to the ACB account or Straight from the Stands account. What you guys would like, or like a mock-up jersey, an ACB jersey,
Yeah.
and we go from there.
For sure. All right. With that being said, this is another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy, and I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on the gram. I'm Smarts on Twitter.
This is George, J Undefeated 7. This side. Yeah. Right? No.
This
Right?
is this is Angel. Follow me at LiveItAv96. Just a heads up, today I'm Brian Lois from Nag News, because he stops everything. The same way that I'm gonna stop the little girl from giving my son her phone number. Nah, I need my son to focus on his education. I don't need these little girls out here giving my son their phone number. So I'm gonna stop her the way that Brian stops everything. Shout out to you, Brian.
We gonna turn this shit around. Peace, love, and G's up, baby.
GBS out.
Oh shit! Must have said more than 3 words. That's
That was pretty
amazing. Yeah.
Scared me.